what is the difference between like the characters that you've played before and the character that you're playing right now in like Just Mercy?
Oh my gosh. This is, I guess, well, first and foremost, this is based on a real guy, and I don't always get to do that. There's a combination in this particular role of being based on a real guy, but also having some pretty extreme stuff, both physically and in his past, psychologically, afflicting him. And so there were some particular challenges to this role, but ultimately, you've just got to try to find the truth of a character and lose yourself in him. And so it's like all the other roles, but in certain respects, unlike every other one of them, which I'd love to be able to say about every part I play.
And how do you, what do you think you want people to take away from your character whenever they see this movie?
The arc of this character involves the ramifications of bearing false witness. In this case, a guy lies to implicate somebody else in a capital crime to save his own life. And the Brian Stevenson character helps him to understand the tragic ramifications of that. And, I think that's an interesting nuance of this character. And it also examines how the criminal justice system uses poor whites against African Americans. And that's almost epidemic. And this character is part of examining that.
So you want the audience to kind of take that self-examination possibly?
Well, I hope so, yeah.
And I have to go back to the geek part. So is there any like geeky, nerdy things that you like that you're involved with or that you personally like doing in the past?
Geeky stuff? What is it, Eli? This is my son, Eli. What is my geeky involvement? What do I do as a geek?
He used to Nerf gun fight with us, which was great. Yeah. He has a hobby. He collects watches, but I don't know if you'd count.
And I'm obsessed with Oklahoma Sooner football.
Yes. And for his, for both his Fantastic Four role and his Watchmen role, he read both of those entire comic books. So I guess you could count that as geek.
I'm a big geek with my boys. I have 3 sons. This is one of them. And we read the newspaper together.
And today he asked me what Dungeons and Dragons is, and I had to explain that to him.
I think I have to say this on the behalf of one of our founders of the outlet. He really loves Watchmen, and I think he would have loved to interview you today. So, is there anything you could share with us about your role on Watchmen that maybe you haven't shared before, or something from offset?
I play a character named Looking Glass, and when I read the script, he was the character I most wanted to play, and I'm utterly delighted to help Damon Lindelof describe him through the season. And tell your guy that I'll see him on the press line at the Watchmen premiere.